Hi. My name is Amy and I will be the teaching assistant for this course. This is B.U.S. 233 Business Statistics. Your instructor for this course is Dr. Dawn Wright. She is joining us via Skype. Dr. Dawn, are you there?
Yes, Amy, I'm here. Hi, folks.
Dr. Dawn, I think you have taught this course before?
Yes, Amy, I have been teaching for Excelsior since 2011, and I have taught this course, I think, 8 times. I also teach Business 430, Quantitative Methods, and Business 503, Quantitative Analysis. And this year, I've made revisions to all 3 courses for Excelsior.
I know you have a lot of other experience besides teaching. Would you share a bit of your background?
Sure, Amy. First thing, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, which is the true home of Mardi Gras, no matter what New Orleans tries to claim. And I'm an Air Force veteran. Way back in the dark ages, I flew the F-4E Phantom II that used to be the Air Force's top-of-the-line fighter. I'll just say I used to be a fast mover.
She is a zoomie. I knew that, but I have to say wow. Anyway.
After I left the service, I used the GI Bill to get my master's in engineering from Auburn University. I was a practicing professional engineer for over 20 years and ended up as an executive vice president of one of the largest engineering firms in the United States. Back then, I was registered and licensed to practice in 8 states. I also, after I'd left the engineering firm, got interested in the internet, which was then booming, and I started up a couple of small companies doing different things involved with internet, and I still let those little companies keep functioning.
War Eagle. So you have a lot of practical business experience. How did you get into teaching?
One of my life goals was to get my Ph.D. and teach. So in 2001, I began a doctoral program at the University of South Alabama in instructional design. I felt that would combine my love of technology and teaching. While I was in the doctoral program, I also worked on an MBA, and I got my PhD in 2009.
So how did you end up teaching statistics? I would have thought you would be doing instructional design.
I am doing instructional design. I'm consulting with colleges and companies to design innovative statistics courses. But I love numbers. I always have. Engineering is just chock full of numbers. I always wanted to share my love of numbers and teach. And because I believe that having a good understanding of statistics is a critical life skill for everyone today, especially for those who are beginning new careers.
I hear the term big data a lot.
Yes, our world is increasingly data-driven, and we're generating tons and tons of data every day. If you want to be successful, you have to be able to understand what data can tell us and how to use data to make good decisions.
And that is where statistics comes in. Dr. Dawn, before we go, what words of wisdom do you have to share to help folks in this class succeed?
There are 2 things I think will help everyone in this course. First, we all need to work together to build a learning network within the course that shares resources and helps one another. I've found it critical to continue learning even after you leave school. And to do that today, you need a personal learning network. And you can start building that personal learning network while you're in school, perhaps in this course.
That is why you created the peer resource sharing and help area in the course?
Yes, I'm hoping that everyone participates there. Second, this is a number crunching course. You need to be able to use technology to do some of the grunt work and save you a lot of time. If you know Excel or some other statistical program, use it. If you don't have skills with either Excel or another stats program, I really encourage you to consider getting up to speed with StatCrunch. StatCrunch is a very user-friendly program that's easy to get up to speed on. It's got a very flat learning curve compared to starting from scratch to learn Excel or Minitab or SPSS. And you get free access to my stat lab with your access code. Your access to my stat lab gives you access to StatCrunch. And even later, after you're through with the course, if you like StatCrunch, I think you can get an annual subscription to use it for like $26, so it's a bargain.
Excel or StatCrunch. There are links in the course to resources that will help you get up to speed quickly on either of them.
Yes, especially for an 8-week term, getting moving quickly in my stat lab and with technology is critically important to a successful outcome in this course.
Thanks, Dr. Dawn.
You are welcome. One final thing. You can call me Dr. Don. You can call me Prof. You can call me Professor. You can just call me Don. Just please don't call me Mrs. Wright.
We will oblige, most wise one.
From Mobile, welcome to Business 233.